Okay, hello everybody. I'm starting off where I left off. Basically, I was in a car accident. I went to the hospital. They told me I basically was fine and I was in a car accident. So I'm gonna have pain. I went back, same deal. They just threw painkillers, told me to go find a regular doctor. So I tried to find a regular doctor, but I didn't have regular medical insurance, and so nobody would see me unless I paid 100% up front, and which I didn't have that. Finally, I had to get a lawyer so I can find some sort of a doctor to see, because the lawyers will make side deals with doctors, and you know how all that works. But I was able to get in to see a chiropractor, and I went in there. At first it felt good. Everything, they were shocking the crap out of me to stimulate the back and to tighten up the muscles and everything. They were, doing all the modalities and everything else, and it was seeming to work. And I was able to sleep. I was having bad problems with going to sleep, and then having my nerves be cut off and basically my leg go on fire completely, just like somebody's holding a torch to it, and waking up and falling out of bed crying because it hurt like I've never felt before. And before the accident, I was about 240, which is pretty damn skinny for me. I mean, I'm sucked up almost to the point that a cop would question me for if I was doing drugs. But the type of job I had, it was burning 4,000 or 5,000 calories a night easy. So yeah. After about a month and a half, 2 months, right around in there, I just got tired with the chiropractor. It was the same thing every time. Throw me a bottle of painkillers, do this, do that, do that. And finally, I quit doing that because it just came to a point where it wasn't working anymore. And I was starting to feel better, but I still wasn't. There still wasn't something right. And I was still having pain to the point where I can do regular things, but like working manual labor and stuff like that, it wasn't going to happen anymore. I was done. So I quit that. I got an office job and went on with my life. Well, my back pain was here and there, and I just slowly pretty much kept it to myself and didn't talk about it. It finally got to a point in '07 when I couldn't deal with it anymore. It was just to a point where it was extremely painful to work on a car, work on the house, work on this, work on that. I would set it off. And so in May of 2008, I was on painkillers pretty much the end of 2007 and going into 2008. Around here, I had insurance, but to get into a new doctor, it could take months. So I was using the immediate care system, and they were cool up front. They were supportive of me. After they did a series of tests to figure out that apparently I did break my back in that accident. I broke my L3, L4, L5. And apparently it shouldn't have been too hard for them to figure it out back then. That's why I was having all the problems, and actually the chiropractor probably made it worse. The chiropractor should have also noticed it too when he did his x-rays, but everybody somehow missed it. But I've seen the areas now. It's pretty bad. So they sent me down to have an MRI, and when they get back the MRI, it was about the same time I was actually able to get into a real normal doctor. And so I take the MRI, take that, they make me, of course I'm doing blood work all the time now, and if you're taking painkillers and stuff, half of the doctors make you do that to keep your liver, make sure your liver's fine, and all that hoopla. Well, I get to the new doctor, and they see my MRI, and they pretty much go, oh, wow, yeah, this is bad. And so they did a nerve conduction. Basically, they shock you. They place they have a little thing, it looks like heck, it looks like one of these, like a digital multimeter, with all the numbers and everything on it, and probes and everything. And basically, they have this sticker, and the sticker's made for certain parts of your body. They have one for the knee joint, they have one for the hip, they have one for your ankle and foot area, and inside the sticker there's like a piece of metal, and on the bottom side, the sticky side, the piece of metal touches certain pinpoints of your body where they're going to stick this. So it's a pre-made deal. I had the ones that they put on the ankles, and it had like little electrodes plug in like around the ball of your ankle and all this stuff. So they turn it on, and it can measure somehow your movement with the shock. So it's in here shocking me. Well, when it did my right leg, it didn't move, and then they kicked it up a level. It automatically kicks up a level until it finds where you're moving, and then it says, oh, okay, well, that's your pain threshold, and then we can figure out how much your nerve loss is from that. And it's like 80 to 90% of my right leg and 40-something% of my left leg. So, like, I joke around, I could pretty much be shot in my right leg and not feel it. So, if you plan on shooting me, don't shoot me there. My left leg is actually catching up with my right leg right now, and that's kind of the pain I'm feeling now. And actually right now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop this one here. I'm gonna do one more video tonight about types of pain I'm having, and then I'll add some more during the week about types of pills and everything else I'm taking. Thanks.